does not want to pay because he's cheap, and not like regular cheap, like dirt cheap. He got the baby canes. Remember, the baby's 1 year old.
Right.
Then he decides to babysit the baby instead of getting a babysitter, but you don't know what you're doing. The baby has a rash. Okay, so you get in the wrong diapers. The baby is 1. Why is the baby wearing Pampers? This doesn't make any sense to me. I'm here to bring my wealthy ex in for child support because he doesn't want to pay it.
So it seems like the both of you are back in my court, Renee and Mr. Brown. So
Yes, ma'am.
we did, from the last time, we did reveal that he is the biological father of your child.
Correct.
So it seems like in our paperwork today that he's paid you at least $1,000 for a couple of months for child support so far, and then he stopped.
Yes.
Okay. So Mr. Brown, have you been helping out Renee with child support?
Yes, I have, Your Honor. I've been making sure that whatever she needs, I do my best to provide it for her. As you well stated, I've been giving her at least $1,000 a month, and and also with anything extra that she needed or that she asked for, I made sure I provided for her.
So, Mr. Brown, what do you do for a living?
Well, I'm an executive at an oil company, and I do substantially well for myself. But
well, you know what? In my paperwork here, it does say that you, from your job, you make at least $500,000 a year. Is that correct?
yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so Miss Renee is asking for $3,000 a month, at least for the child. I want to ask, why did you stop paying Miss Renee $1,000 a month for the child?
Well, because from what I was seeing, Miss Renee ain't using all the money for the child.
What do you mean?
Well, I be looking on her Instagram and stuff like that and looking at all her stories, and I'm seeing, nails done, got my nails done, and all this other stuff, and it's like, this ain't for the child. I give money for the child, not for her.
Okay, so Miss Renee, is that true? Are you spending the $1,000 a month?
Yes.
The child support is supposed to be for your child. Are you spending it on yourself?
No,
And on
I'm
leisure?
not spending it on
Your Honor,
myself.
look at the head.
If
That's
I
not her
was
hair.
spending it-
That's not her hair.
Mr. Brown, be quiet. Be quiet.
No, he's not paying child support. The money I'm using that he sees that I'm spending on Instagram is my own money. It's not his. So there should have
Lies.
never been a discrepancy with that. $1,000 a month isn't enough for a baby. It's a young baby. She needs more than that. And you knew that when you met me, so I don't understand why it's all of this now. I don't understand why you would think I'm doing that for myself when we both made this child together. We both laid down in that bed, and I really don't understand why you would sit here and hurt my feelings in court.
Your Honor, let me break it down to you.
Okay, break it
I'm
down.
gonna just break it down.
Okay.
Okay. Whenever I try my best to help her, she attacks me.
What do you mean?
Like,
when you try to help
The
her
way
out financially?
one time I came and brought her because she said, "Hey, we need some food." I was like, "Okay,"
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying. So I went to Cane's.
You went
Got
to
her some
Cane's.
food. Got her some food. You know what I'm saying?
Cane's?
And then for her and the baby, because she said, "Hey, we're hungry."
The baby's an
So
infant.
I can't. You know what I'm saying?
Wait,
Got some Cane's.
Order, wait,
You know
wait,
what I'm saying? And she gonna take it and slap it out my hand. Talking about some. I don't
Mr.
want.
Brown, wait, do you both currently live together?
No, Lord, no. I wouldn't live with her. She
So
crazy.
you're saying that when you went to go pick up food for her,
Mm-hmm.
you go stop by and see her.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I'm gonna stop by to see her. You know, she's.
Mr. Brown, are you telling me that you make $500,000 a year and you went to go get Cane's for her and the baby?
Yes.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? She's too good for Cane's. Cane's is good.
The baby's one.
Is it-
The baby has
The
at least
baby
2
can't
front
eat-
teeth.
Mr.
Got 2
Mr.
front teeth
Mr.
right
Brown,
here.
Mr. Brown, you're not funny, okay? That's not a proper sustainable meal for the child at that age. They need to be having some formula, okay? Miss Renee, how much do you spend on your child on average a month for all of the things that you need? You said 1,000 is not enough, so give me some numbers.
I would definitely say that maybe 2,000, 3,000 is enough. I feel like that's pretty reasonable for someone who makes so much.
Okay, so you're currently not living together. So is the other expenses past the food that you need for the child? Do you need daycare services or a personal babysitter? Do you work?
So I do work, so I'm not at home as much. So I
Okay.
do need a babysitter. I also need a housewife, just because the baby, I feel like she's having these problems, these mental problems, because her father isn't around, and at such a certain early age, why wouldn't you want to get that help?
Okay, so between the both of you, who started the financial arrangements for the child support?
I did.
Okay, you did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and did you both agree with the amount of money that was going to be paid a month?
Yes, and he said that was perfectly fine. And now he stopped paying it, so now I feel like it adds up.
Okay, Ms. Renee, do you have any evidence showing the bank statements of the money that he was sending you?
Yes, I do. It's in the evidence that's provided in the folder.
Okay.
There's Zelle transactions.
The Zelle transactions.
Yes.
Here, let's take a
And you
look
can
here.
see when they stopped and when they were reoccurring.
Okay, so for the beginning of the year, starting in January, it seems like you sent 1,000. Okay, and then February, around the same time, you sent 1,000. March, April. Okay, so it looks like you stopped sending her payments starting around May.
That is correct.
Okay. So what happened then? What was the discussion with that?
Well, my whole thing was that it's like it's constantly something new, and it's like you know, it's just a baby. It's like how much more does the baby need?
Well, you know, the baby is getting older, Mr. Brown.
Yeah. So I mean, I really don't think that I think that she's not being fully genuinely honest with you with everything. Like I mean. Like she claims that she works, but she only works 2-3 days a week as a cashier. And one time,
Cashier.
one time, you know what I'm saying? I came over to watch the child because she claimed she had to work. She had to work a late shift, so far as what she says.
Okay.
Turns out, she was at the club.
She was at the club.
She was at the club all night.
That's not true.
Now, at the end of the day, because she didn't think I was going to find out, because she since she blocked me on Instagram and stuff like that, but she don't know that I know a couple of her friends, and I saw her at the club at the night. And then when she come home, you know what she did? I'm up here laying sleep. She goes get a cup of hot water and pour it all over my face.
Miss Yolanda.
Talking about get out of my house. Okay, I'm back. Get out of my house. I'm like, what is this?
Okay, Miss Renee, is that true? Did you
Yes.
pour hot water on Mr. Brown?
No, why would I do that?
Well, he said that you were coming home late from the club. Did that also happen?
His
what time
story
do you
Yes.
work?
doesn't
What time
even-
do you work?
I work from 6 to 6, so it's a 12-hour shift.
It's
So
for 2 to 3 days a week?
Yes.
You work a 12-hour shift? So, Mr. Brown, do you have any proof that Renee was actually at the club during
Yes,
that time?
yes, I do. I provided
You do?
the evidence for you right
Okay,
there.
so it's right here.
And it's right there, stamped. You can see it.
it's
You
an
can see-
old photo.
No, it's
Renee.
not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It's
Yeah,
I
it
see
says.
it.
It
First of all,
says.
you
It
know what?
literally said 4 hours ago.
Order. So, Renee, it looks like you were at the club during this time.
Mm-hmm.
So, what time do you actually go to work? Or was this your day off? Was this your coworkers? Were you getting together with them?
So, not to disrespect you, but that is an old photo. So, just like he said in his story, so you know, like on Facebook, it'll show like a memory from years ago. It does the same thing on Instagram. So I reposted it because I was having a great time, and as you can see, he decided to use it against me. So I just reposted a video that was on my story a couple years ago. Also, my friends reposted it. So maybe that's why he's getting that idea, but I couldn't understand.
Your Honor, her Hennessy breath tells otherwise.
Her Hennessy breath.
Yes,
You're
because
saying
when she
that
came
Renee
home,
drinks.
I can smell Hennessy
Okay.
on her breath, and when she splashed that water on my face.
Wouldn't I have to be?
Was it that morning
You were
after she
asleep.
got home from work?
Yes,
she said
that
she worked
morning.
from 6 to 6.
Right.
Okay, so she came home
'Cause
and you
I'm
smelled
pretty
Hennessy
sure-
on her breath.
Yes.
And she threw hot water on you that morning.
Right. telling me to get out. I'm back. I go ahead. You can go. Like,
Okay.
really?
Do you have
No, thank you, nothing.
Okay. Were you physically hurt? Was your skin damaged from the hot water?
Yeah, I got all on my neck.
So why didn't you call the police?
What
I
am I gonna
did
call the
that?
police for? Then all you gotta do is scratch yourself, and then I go to jail.
Okay.
So Renee, do you think that there's some conflict here between you and Mr. Brown?
Honestly, yes, I do. I just think he does not want to pay because he's cheap, and not like regular cheap, like dirt cheap. He got the baby canes. Remember, the baby's
Yeah.
1 year old.
Right.
Then he decides to babysit the baby instead of getting a babysitter, but you don't know what you're doing. The baby has a rash. Okay, so you get in the wrong diapers. The baby is 1. Why is the baby wearing Pampers? This doesn't make any sense to me.
Mr. Brown, have you ever agreed with Miss Renee about getting a housewife?
She suggested it, but I felt like it wasn't necessary. I mean, she doesn't work as much as I do, so it's like, why? You're home mostly, so why would we need one?
So I also go to school. I do hair, so I have this part-time job to pay for school and my bills. So I have a lot of things to pay for, and I don't think he understands that, and he's not helping me. He's only helping the baby.
So, Mr. Brown, do you work on the days that she's working?
Yes.
You do. Okay, so you do need some sort of assistance when it comes to babysitting the child. That's
and
what
I have
I'm
no
hearing.
family out here, so
You don't have any family out here? And then do you have family out here too?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so it seems to me like the both of you, we need to come to in terms of an agreement of how much we're gonna have as far as child support. So is there anything else that you both want to say before I make my final ruling?
you're
Renee?
dirt cheap, and I don't like you. Like, it's over with. I
don't
cannot.
like you either.
I cannot believe you would do something like that. Like, you see I'm working, and then you choose to sit here and lie. Why are you lying on the stand?
It's not like
What about
pictures
you,
and
Mr.
videos don't
Brown?
lie.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that she managed the money right, that the money gets managed right, because from what I see, things are not going
you
the
just
way
want
it's
to
supposed
keep
to
it
go.
for yourself. That's what it is.
Whatever.
All right. Okay, so this is my final ruling between the both of you, Renee and Mr. Brown. So, Mr. Brown, you know what? I'm extremely disappointed in you because I can't believe that you got this child canes for dinner, and they're only 1 year old.
You know how good that sauce is?
No. You make $500,000 a year. It makes no sense that Renee is doing this by herself. She has no family out here. She's doing hair. She's going to school and working part-time for 12 hours a day. And you know what? For that, you're not going to pay $3,000 a month. You're going to pay $6,000 a month in child support.
And that's what you get.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm very serious. I'm very serious. And so what do you think about that?
I ain't got nothing to say.
And Renee, what do you think about this?
Honestly, I just think he better pay it, or we'll be right back where we are.
That's my final ruling. Case adjourned.